The tenets of democracy are skills for living in our society that include tolerance, critical thinking and decision-making, thinking together and making meaning, power sharing and empowerment, and individual responsibility and civil involvement with others. More information on this can be found in the Technology as Facilitator of Quality Education model. The students in this 8th grade science class are studying the human digestive system. They have worked in groups to design their own experiments to investigate the effects of various foods and products on digestion. They present their plans to their classmates for feedback. The students experience empowerment when they take advantage of the opportunity to direct their own learning. They experience power sharing by sharing authority and responsibility for planning and conducting the experiment.
Our question is, what pop is the healthiest, Cherry Coke, Wild Cherry Pepsi, or Cherry 7-Up?
Yeah, we wanted to do that question because we just wanted to see, a lot of people here drink pop, and we just wanted to see what pop's healthiest and best for you. So, yeah.
And then our materials are, we're going to have 3 beakers so that we can boil off the pop so that it, we can see how much syrup's left for like the syrup. And then we're going to have 2 cans of Cherry Coke, 2 cans of Wild Cherry Pepsi, 2 cans of Cherry 7-Up, cups, hot plates, blindfolds, markers, and Benedicts. We're going to do the Benedict's test, and we're going to do a survey so that, and we're going to ask people what they think is the healthiest and why, and which one people think tastes best.
The teacher promotes thinking together by encouraging the students to give each other feedback on the design of their experiments. The students engage in a dialogue with their classmates and their teacher to improve their procedures before they begin their investigations.
Okay, how about feedback? Now, when you do a Benedict's test, you're going to do the Benedict's test with Coke, Cherry Coke, Wild Cherry, Pepsi, and Cherry 7-Up. So they're all color drinks. Okay, how will the Benedict's test show up? Do you think it'll show up very well?
No, not the color. They use caramel for color, and we probably think that that's going to show too for the Benedict's test.
Yeah, so what do you think we might want to do instead?
You might want to use clearer pops, so then the caramel won't affect the Benedict's test at all. So the pop with no color or artificial color.
Okay. All right, does that sound like a good idea?
Yeah.
All right, so then we should be able to have a clearer sense of what the Benedict's test would be, okay?
The students learn about individual responsibility and civil involvement with others as they collaborate on their experiments. The students show reliability, trust, and self-control, and they demonstrate positive participation in their cooperative work.
All right, now wait, what's here? Okay, this is Tums, Alka-Seltzer, Rolaids. So Rolaids down here, move Rolaids down here. Let's put each by each. Tums is over there, Alka-Seltzer here.
Alka-Seltzer in the middle.
Put Tums over there. So.
Alright.
So you're gonna do 1 serving?
Yeah, one serving. If it says like 2 to 4, you can do 2 to 3.
Right.
Alright.
Get the light on, guys. Oh, you got it. Get down. Alright, well, I'm gonna pour in the hydrochloric acid, okay?
Alright,
so
into those speakers?
Yeah, into these speakers.
Why
I just measured them out to make sure I
why
have
not
40
just use
each.
little ones though?
Just based until I see the bigger ones.
Oh really? Okay. Alright, who's doing what? Corey, you
I'm doing Tums, yeah.
Okay, I better set the middle one.
I'm doing that.
One group of students exhibits thinking together and making meaning when they try to convert units of measure. They engage in a dialogue, working together to establish consensus on a solution.
Well, where's ounces? Take a look. Oh well, we want
1 ounce.
No, we want fluid ounces. Is the problem? See, liters, liters, and quarts. And if 8 ounces make up a cup, and I think it's 4 cups make up a quart, then we have to take this liter, put it into milliliters, and then.
That means
You see what I'm saying? It's possible.
There's 100 milliliters in a liter.
What? No.
That's easy. There's 1,000. There's milk.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it's 1,000.
For goodness sake.
A quart is 4 cups, right?
Yeah, 4 cups in a quart, and
they're 8 ounces in a cup. Therefore, each quart equals 32 ounces.
The teacher encourages critical thinking by having the students discuss the observations they make during their experiment. The students describe their procedures, comparing the data on different antacids. Then they predict their results based on the preliminary data.
And do you have it set to collect data?
Yeah. We're predicting that this one Alka Seltzer got up faster, but it's going to stay at the same level pretty much. And this one's
These will have more of a sort of
yeah, this one's going to rise higher eventually, but not right away. So this is for fast relief. This is for better relief.
One group of students is studying the sugar and sodium content of 3 different soft drinks. The students engage in critical thinking as they describe their data and compare their data for each soft drink.
And those two are pretty similar in sugar as well.
But this one is supposed to have 50, and this is supposed to have like a lot. Let's see, what was that? Sierra Mist is only supposed to have 25.
All right, so if
The
we,
same serving size.
but if you look at it this way, this does have more than that.
Yeah, but don't you think there should be like a bigger difference than that? 50 and
Not
26?
necessarily, because they may be deeper. Not necessarily. But you can definitely see the difference
Yeah.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a lot less.
I
Okay.
calculated it, and it only has like 19.
Oh, okay.
Because this is measured in 12, and this is measured in 8. And
Okay.
I calculated it, and it was like 19 or something.
All right. And then this was sugar. Which one is this? Sprite?
Yeah.
Is this Sprite?
Yeah.
Okay. And it really, if you take a look at the amount of sugar, a lot less
And also
than
some
the
sodium, but they're usually indirect objects, but I mean inverse
relationships.
The teacher provides opportunities for power sharing and empowerment by having the students present their results to the class. The students in each group share authority and responsibility for creating and giving their presentation. The presentations give each student the chance to effectively participate as members of their classroom community.
All right, now what we're going to do is have 2 presentations. Who wants to go first with, giving us their background, predictions, the whole write-up as you have it?
We did which kind of French fries had the most fat, and we did it just because like a lot of people eat fast food and like a lot of people like French fries, so we just did which one would be the most healthiest for people.
Yeah, and like our materials we decided to test McDonald's, Burger King, and Wendy's fries, and we just put them in water and put them in the same size beakers and just like heated them so that the fat would all come to the top. And before we did that, we had to take the mass of the beakers alone, and then we had to take the mass of the beakers with the fries. So yeah, and then afterwards you scrape the fat off the top after it like solidifies, and you take the mass of that and you have your percentage.
This is some of the data we collected, and this shows the brand of fries we used and the fat we got off of them. And so for Burger King, we got 17.5% fat, and so it had the most by far. And then for our taste test, which is just like which people liked the most and which people thought had the most fat, this is supposed to be switched around. So it's 75% of the people like Burger King the best, and nobody liked McDonald's the best, and 50% of people said that Burger King had the most fat, and 25% of people said McDonald's was the most fat, and Wendy's got 25%.
The presentations also encourage the students to demonstrate critical thinking. The students have to apply their scientific knowledge to come to conclusions as objectively as possible, based on the evidence they have collected.
Well, what we found out so far is actually what we expected not to happen, because sirloin we found had the most fat, but chuck we found had the least fat, but we believe that's because not all the water has been extracted from the patties yet, so that could throw off the weight measurements or the mass measurements before and after. So we're going to try to draw in some more and then hopefully have some more accurate results.